Okay, so spoilers right now. Like, I'm gonna look at some concept art that was apparently released or leaked or whatever, which I'm pretty sure has like something that's gonna do with season 2, pretty much. So let me just read this, and then if you don't want to see this, I'd say just like this because I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna try to predict some shit for season 2, but I want to read this first because this is gonna help, and it's already info that's out here now. And I apologize. I read something I'm like, God damn it. All right, so just to read through it. Laura, 4050 female, the mother of Kal-El, Clark Kent, aka Superman. Laura is a proud, loving, and brilliant woman. She's also one of the leaders of the Kryptonian Empire alongside her husband Jor-El. During the fall of Krypton, she and Jor-El smuggled their baby onto an escape pod, sending him to Earth and kickstarting our series. Okay. Alright. While the real Laura died long ago, evil robot Brainiac creates a simulation of Laura to torture Superman. This Laura is still proud and smart, but also cold and cunning. She looks down on Kal-El for his kindness and qualities utterly unbecoming of a Kryptonian warrior. Laura thinks her son is weak and has no problem telling him that, pitying him for being so soft. Kryptonians are supposed to be ruthless, and Kal-El's sweet nature is a sign of her failure as a parent. Damn! Clever, cutting, and shrewd, Laura will quickly become one of Superman's greatest foes. For while other villains might break a bone, Laura has the ability to break his heart. I don't know if this could be canned. This could not be. I have no idea. There's other stuff here, like stuff with Jor-El. Father Kal-El, Jor-El. Once proud citizen of the mighty Kryptonian Empire, however, after years of pointless wars, Jor-El become disillusioned when the end of the Krypton drew near. He had only one goal: send his son away from the dying planet. Well-meaning but easily frustrated, Jor-El is a man who only wants what's best for his son, but his inability to speak English and his refusal to tell the whole truth about the last days of Krypton gets in his way. Think Anthony Hopkins, Odin, but a bit of a temper and language barrier. Okay. And there's Mix, there's Banshee. I'm not going to read theirs because I don't think it's that important. But okay, so yeah, this is pretty much the standard idea and pretty much what we see with Jor-El. This could have been something maybe that was canceled. Or maybe like I'm sure this will probably come out in season 2. It seems like Brainiac is going to be obviously be a major player in this. Which it wouldn't surprise me that like in season 2, whenever we see Brainiac, we're probably gonna see Laura, Kal-El's mom, as like the avatar for Brainiac to talk to and stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if that's how it's gonna kind of play out. Like, and then like eventually Kal-El's gonna figure out like, you're not my mother, like something like who are you? And then that's when we're gonna find out like Brainiac kind of thing. And then, you know, like inside the digital world, that's where we're gonna see, we might even see Laura be like the Jor-El thing for a minute until Jor-El figures out how to reconstitute himself, or Brainiac revives him somehow. Like, I feel like Jor-El has to come back somehow. I would hope they don't just straight erase him and like, that's it. Like, I don't like Frivolous. That would literally be like a pain that I would not like. Unless they do something really well with it. That would be a slight black mark on this show, which is a show I'm already loving from here and back. So, but I'm kind of guessing that might be a thing. And like, I feel like maybe like we're going to have Brainiac be more of a threat. Like, Zod is a physical threat. He's a threat that will eventually get to Earth. But Brainiac, I feel like, is what's going to lead the way. He's going to be the herald, pretty much, of that. And we're going to see Brainiac try to get probably Kal-El to join the side, or, you know, try to figure out stuff about Earth and all this stuff. And maybe through learning about Earth and stuff, like, will eventually allow Jor-El to learn English. That way they can talk and stuff like that. Which also, Krypton is apparently destroyed, so the only Kryptonians left are most likely just, these remnants that are trying to conquer the world and stuff. So it's very Saiyan-esque, actually. Again, like, that would be an interesting way you could do it. And, like, I feel like Zod will be, like, if anything, he might be, like, a character, like, we might cut back to every so often, like, when Brainiac interacts with, like, because I feel like maybe, like, next season, what we're going to have is, again, Jor-El will probably be destroyed for now, or, like, his consciousness will be locked away, or, like, have to be repaired or whatever. But Brainiac might be able to still be there and use, knowledge stuff like that to create Lara, which will then be kind of someone who tells a little bit about, like, the Kryptonian people and stuff like that to Clark. Like, I'm someone who's supposed to help Kryptonians and stuff. And, like, tells him about the knowledge of Krypton and, like, stuff about all these things that are all the things that kind of happened and stuff. And if anything, actually, like, maybe Kal-El actually learns Kryptonian from Brainiac. Like, slowly leading the way to trying to get Clark to be on his side. Eventually, obviously, Clark's not going to go with it. And then, like, that's going to be, like, already towards the end where Zod will appear. But, like, I feel like Brainiac will be, like, also reporting, like, his findings and stuff about Earth back to Zod, so that way Zod can learn more about the planet he's going to conquer. And also, like, another thing, like, with Jimmy being whatever, screw that. With Jimmy being stupid rich now, also, with Jimmy being stupid rich now, I feel like this is the same thing. I feel like we're gonna get next season where we might see bats, because I could see this 100% going online. Though we might see Lex still too. I feel like Lex might still be a thing later, especially if Brainiac is going to be like. I feel like Brainiac is still gonna. I feel like now, like, especially with them having Zod and Brainiac together, like, one thing they might actually do that I just thought about is, like, kind of like Megatron in the animated series where Brainiac kind of gives ideas about technology and stuff like that to Mr. Sumdac and all that stuff in season 1 of Transformers Animated. We might see something similar like that, like, again, with Lex. Like, maybe, like, Brainiac can actually just tap into, like, just Kryptonian tech in general and, like, kind of help Lex, like, look, this is how you can make great technology and stuff. Eventually help build LexCorp. Lex says, yeah, I'll do that, as long as I, what do I have to do to help you? And, like, the robots like, you have to, well, I'm going to help you with all this, but you have to build me a space bridge. And pretty much that's where it's going to kind of lead to. And eventually it's going to lead to, Zod coming to Earth. Brainiac can transfer it, like, mind between stuff, so he'll be able to talk with Zod, talk with Lex, but then also talk with Clark, and be, like, the biggest, like, screwing mastermind into all this. I kind of want Zod to be the major thing. Maybe Brainiac becomes a major villain afterward. Or maybe, like, Brainiac's just, like, quote-unquote using the Kryptonians in a sense. Like, everyone thinks Brainiac's subservient to Kryptonians, and it's like, oh no, he's straight, like, using them just to do his own means and stuff. Also, the whole point with bats. With Jimmy being now stupid rich, it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe, we're going to get some, like, rich high life episodes or whatever, and we might get him running into a certain billionaire who likes to dress up as a bat. Wouldn't surprise us since we already have Vicky Vale and Gotham mentioned a few times, and as well as Oliver Queen. If anything, we might actually see, like, both Oliver Queen and bats in the next season. Be cool. I don't want them to take the entire episode. I don't want them to, like, take it all over. Like, it's like, oh, now it's only a Bats show. Now it's only an Arrow show. But it would be cool to see them there, especially when Zod comes, who's going to be, like, a major-ass threat. We might even have, like, a Bats versus Soups episode. Like we have the whole idea of, like, oh, yeah, Clark, that Bats, like, found out about, like, the aliens also or something like that. I don't know. I can see something like that happening. I'm just spitballing ideas. Somebody I think this is quick. This is short video. I just wanted to think of this right now, but I'm interested. I want to see more of this. I want to see how the Kryptonians are working with it, and then also different technologies. It's God. There's so much about this. Again, that's what I like about this a version that's like a very different interpretation than what you're regularly used to. Because yeah, they can go insane with this shit and like do things that isn't your usual thing, and I think that is more interesting than just sticking with the comics. Do your own thing, and because you could have this similar mythos, but then have very different things. Maybe Kryptonians are more alive now. Maybe the technology is warping Zod more, something like that. Like, I don't know. Is it a sunlight suit? I don't know. The Kryptonians know about them having powers, because again, Jor-El was flying around pretty easily, even in his digital form. So I'm like, maybe all Kryptonians know about their powers. I don't know. It's interesting, and I want to know more. And then also the whole thing with, like, if Lara is an AI, but, like, it's still Lara, just a little bit more colder, like, would she have actually acted that way with her son, finding out that he's, a good boy? I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'm sure videos I've done. Links on my Facebook. Just quick thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. This is a quick one, but, yeah. But just a few thoughts on it. But, yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me what your predictions are, and we will. See you later. Also, like, the whole thing of, like, Jimmy being rich. Like, we could get Oliver in there. We could get Bruce Wayne. We can get Lex. Like, there's a bunch of things that could happen there. Like, Jimmy and Lex trying to outdo each other in Metropolis could be a thing. And, like, I wonder what Jimmy will do being rich. Like, there's a lot more story potential you could do with, like, the character just having stupid amount of money. Because now it's like, all right, let's go for it. Let's see what happens now. Like, is he going to build a Superman cave? Like, some shit. Like, is Jimmy going to try to become a superhero? Like, I want to see more. I want to see how this is going to play out.